I want to try to dispel this barrier and also go back here to the old wing and see if we can cross some barriers there. Aha. The barrier surrounding the frozen angel shimmers disconcertingly. Let's first examine the barrier with our plus 32 on Arcana. Hey, we succeeded. How surprising. The barrier appears to have been created from the essence of the abyss and reinforced with spells repelling any living creature not of this dark plane. Destroy it. Do you see that? She has one demonic wing and one an angel wing. You see a beautiful silver-haired woman whose face displays unusual heavenly tranquility. Now you can get a good look at her wings. One looks strong and is covered in white feathers, just as you would expect of an angel, while the other wing looks like a framework of mismatched bones, with a grimy purple substance stretched across instead of webbing, and it is covered in something akin to scabs or strange scales. Tagona! She survived! One of the very important figures in the crusade. The angel awakens and unexpectedly inclines her head in a greeting. I do not know who you are, stranger, but thank you for freeing me. I am Tagona, blade of Iomedae's heavenly host. My captivity, though I was ignorant of it, lasted so long. How exactly did you end up here? I was brought here from the brink of death. I had been fighting the Bella Derazent alongside a troop of crusaders when we were struck by the Echo Deskari, a demon of terrifying power and cunning and an old enemy of mine. All my comrades perished, and the two demons set upon me like predators savaging a bird. The Echo ripped off my wing and left me to die among the bodies of those I failed to protect. And then she appeared, the architect of the Worldwound. The angel's gaze darkens. Sometimes I am amazed at the vast power, terrifying or benevolent, that can reside in a mortal. However, Areelu is no longer mortal. She brought me here. She treated me as much as she could, or as much as she deemed necessary. I can hardly remember those first days in the laboratory. Pain, strange magic, purple flames flickering around me. Areelu spent hours casting spells over me. I was chained the whole time, though I was too weak to fight or flee. There was nothing else for me to do but talk to her and to try to glimpse inside that black soul. I don't know what I hoped to find in there. Perhaps the smallest glimmer of light. Hope that all this could be remedied. All I saw was a twilight, a veil of arrogance and secrets that Areelu used to keep herself separate from the world. Her thoughts were occupied by some grand experiment. I was of little interest by comparison. When she had finished her work, she put me into a deep sleep. A healing sleep, she said. It was necessary to allow my new, abominable wing to settle in. I've been in that sleep until now. What grand experiment was Areelu planning when she captured you? Anything she told you? She wanted to perform her accursed wound. Ooh. The second opening, as she called it. The rift was to be larger and more stable, opening a road to Golarion from the new abyssal realms. What shocked me was that she talked about the disastrous consequences of her plan with total equanimity, though they were minor details that were but a distraction from the experience itself. I also know that her experiment required a mortal soul, perhaps as a sacrifice in some dark rite that would siphon the mortal's life force and use it for perverse ends. I heard a new prisoner arrived in the lab not long after. Areelu was particularly distressed by the development, and she talked to me more than usual. She was clearly in want of an audience. That's when I learned certain details of her plan. But how it was carried out and what happened to the prisoner, I do not know. May iomedae guard the soul of that unfortunate. If indeed it is still whole, often such rituals destroy the sacrificed soul entirely. What exactly is wrong with your wing? It is the work of Areelu. The wing is fully functional. Its creator is known as the architect for nothing. But it frightens me. There's more of the abyss in this wing than in the eyes of an enraged Bala. So it's also like, did you try to corrupt an angel? Or is it also something about souls and fusing different essences? My lady, I am but a humble cleric, and it is likely beyond my powers to hear the heinous injury that was done to you. But I could not look at how they desecrate your perfect beauty and not say something. Please, allow me to at least try to repair it. The angel only smiles sadly in response. You have a pure heart and good intentions, but what was done to me is beyond the power of even angels to undo. Minion's voice trembles. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry this happened to her. It's terrible. She had never been... No living creature should ever be treated like that. Is Finian maybe also an experiment called soul fused to a weapon? Is that the same thing? Why exactly didn't you get out of here and summon the warriors of heaven to help you? Even the goddess cannot hear me within these walls. This place belongs to the abyss, not the material plane. I could not call for help, only pray for a miracle. Perhaps your arrival is the answer to that prayer. I know what it is like, being cut off from everything you know, from everything that makes you who you are, whispers Arueshalae. The angel's gaze stops on the succubus and flames blaze up in her eyes. Demon! Weren't you one of my captors? Succubus instinctively bares her teeth in response and hisses threateningly. Her claws grow long, and suddenly you see the old Arueshalae, the fearsome demon of the abyss. After a momentary standoff in complete silence, the angel suddenly holds her hands up, the wrathful glow in her eyes goes out. I can tell by your eyes that you know who she is, and that you do not consider her an enemy. Huh? Ah, she's telling that to us. I thought she was telling that to Aru about Areelu, and I was like, why does that calm you? Forgive me. I spent too long slumbering and my self-control is diminished. I should not have been so hasty to deem your companion an enemy. But I guess understandable. And it's cool that there's actually a reaction to having a succubus in your party. Can you tell me anything about this place? Anything you found out? Anything Areelu told you? I only know a little. Areelu once let it slip that the refuge is where she wrote the Lexicon of Paradox, the book of dark magic containing the secret of the Worldwound's creation. That means this place is older than the wound itself. Areelu must have created it, at least part of it, before her great atrocity. I was astonished at the strange way she seemed to speak of this laboratory. It was as if she despised this place, yet she tried not to show it. There was a moment when I wondered if this hatred was a sign of her contrition, but I was mistaken. Areelu Vorlesh is incapable of feeling contrite, even for a heartbeat. She is like a tempest, hurtling forward and sweeping aside everything in its path. Wow, and you could actually go and kill the angel. Thank you for your answers, and I'm sorry what happened to you. I have to go now. I need to find a way to get out of here. May the power of heaven go with you. If only I could help, but my strength has been drained. She looks really awesome.
Here we go.
Nice! We met Tagona and even saved her. You really don't do small feats in this game. Yeah, so let's go to the old wing. Fun language fact. Like wing also meaning like part of a building, but also the feathery wing, like Ulbrigs on angels. It's actually the same in German, so that it can mean both. The same word for both. It's kind of funny. So, where was the darkness? Where is it? Okay, there's some, and here's some. Let's go here first, cause it's closer. Everything in this game has been quite epic. Absolutely. And I love it. Have a look. I hate Arachne. My most hated demons.
Cover me, alright?
You won't survive.
Please don't poison me.
Your performance is lacking.
You could just die already.
You are lacking.
I didn't know I had it in me.
Ouch.
Your struggles end here.
Nice. Oh wow, those are many scimitars the Meredith has. But I mean, the creature also got many hands. Lockpicker's Kit 2. But beside that, nothing too interesting. Why was this warded? Like from a game point of view. What is this? Do you see how brightly that glows? Let's have a look. There's some meat here on the shelf in a long abandoned laboratory.
Beautiful.
Better take it. Another crystal. Experiment transformation. Oh, that looks interesting. Maybe this is the main room we had to go. Lexicon of Paradox. Nice. The ripped book lies in the center of the room. Beneath the title, in large letters, Lexicon of Paradox, are lines of text written in a hasty, bold script. A shimmering purple haze rises from the pages. You are about to step over the threshold when the haze glows brighter. The power within you responds, roiling in agitation. But you feel no sense of danger. Rather, it's as though you are expecting a chemical reaction to this unknown phenomenon. And of course we take the book. Now it will serve me. More mythical powers, I guess. Your fingers barely graze the book when the purple glow flares brightly in a series of inscriptions, diagrams and sketches, which I will read later, flash by, imprinting themselves in your memory as if you've always known them. Power fills you, just as wrathful and overwhelming as in the battle for the Wardstone, or the moment you acquired the Sword of Valor. Lexicon of Paradox, Part 1. On the nature of rifts. That which we call a rift is in fact close to the complete opposite. A suture, a tie. It is the place where two planes are stitched together, enmeshed to the point of merging. Two types of rifts are encountered on the borders of the Worldwound. Short-term natural rifts and stable engineered rifts. The latter allow entire armies to pass freely between the Abyss and Golarion. They were created points where the fabric of reality formed a specific type of fold, where the material plane was closest to the Abyss. More information about these folds of reality in former Sarkorius can be found in the Temple of Stone manuscripts in the ruined city of Is. Some of my notes are also held there. I shall only make passing reference to them here. At the moment of writing, 5 of these folds have been identified. The most significant one was located near the Threshold Fortress, and it was that which made the Worldwound possible. The second most significant rift, the Maiming of Is, marked the ruins of the famous city. The third rift, the Gates of Midnight, is hidden in the Midnight Fane. The fourth, the Harrowing, leads to my personal laboratory. And finally, the fifth, the Blood of Pelura, is located near the Sarkorian Shrine. All of these rifts within the perimeter of the Worldwound function as a single system. In a way, they are like a single entity or offshoots from a single root. This means that closing them separately is impossible. They will disappear only when the source is uprooted. The main rift, that which some people call the last threshold, although it is in fact the true and original Worldwound. The wound can be closed using cannot be closed using ordinary methods. the very manner in which it was opened protects it from interference. The only means of closing it requires... This is the last surviving page of a book that has been ripped in two. All the other pages are missing. Very interesting. Another scene. Us again, a suture.
Deskari's here. Deskari himself. Blimey! One minute we had a dragon, the next, bam, she was gone. What are you gonna do? Fight or flee? If fleeing's your plan, let me help you out. I've got a scroll here with a good protective spell.
I wonder why he asked that. If like Areelu and him were trying to protect us anyway, for whatever reason, why did we even get the choice? But yeah, at this time we can only do the choice we did in the beginning. Can't lend me a weapon? I try to fight the demons.
Sure thing. Here, take this. Best crossbow I've got. The person who made it said it could pierce the hide of a demon lord even.
Nice.
Good luck! Try not to get eaten now!
And I think we had a midnight bolt, something which also looked like very purplish.
Yes, very good. A dose of bravery or a bit of honor. It could be nothing else. Or perhaps his instincts are hinting.
Areelu trails off. We are an experiment for her. But for what? She's trying to prove or to try.
Milady, this creature's about to die. Shouldn't you...
And then she protects us from falling to our death.
Ah, you got here at last. And you took Lady Areelu's gift. She left it for you, she did. I made sure the gift was safely delivered. And now, I can return to my lady.
Yeah, it was all staged. But why? The dredge looks decidedly pitiful up close. His limbs are trembling and a multitude of stitches crisscross his skin. Without them, it seems his body would simply fall to pieces. The demon's gaze is fixed on you. You detect a strange yearning in it. Why did Areelu need someone to shoot Deskari back in Kenabres?
She needed to spill his blood. The blood of a demon lord is a powerful thing and very useful, you see. It's a priceless reagent. You can make so many things out of it. A wondrous blade, for example, that can turn even a wardstone to dust.
Oh, remember the weapon we found? I think that's made of it. Don't move, you will answer my questions, demon.
Go and ask them then.
Nice.
I don't have all day.
But you are answering them. I see a book, but you're talking about some kind of power. What does that mean? Did she give us the power?
This book is an old notebook for recording experiments. The power is
But
the
why?
result of one of those experiments. My lady decided to bind it to the pages for some reason. It's the ultimate convergence of theory and practice, savvy? She gave a lot to learn how to cultivate and strengthen souls, and this is the result.
Well, she gave a lot, but she also sacrificed lots of people. So, you're just going to give me the power. Why?
As if one mutilated dredge could stop you. That's not it.
Really did
My
that.
lady knew that sooner or later, someone would come for the book. She told me not to interfere. She doesn't tell me her reasons. She said to come here and wait, to make sure that the gift finds its owner. That's what I've done. She also told me not to hide from whoever comes, so I haven't.
I have so many questions. Like, you get answers about Areelu, and one answer gives you like 10 more questions. Ah!
Experiments are mentioned in the book.
All
All of them. Rifts, mythic powers, planar magic, transformation, hibernation. All them things that I obviously know a lot about. You've seen the lab, of course. I also know that the book contains everything about her work on the Worldwound. It's a pity. The book's looking worse for wear. Who knows what notes are still left inside?
I guess the most important ones we have to find somewhere else, or we're not supposed to get. Tell me more about Kenabres and your transformation into halfling. I want details. What did happen there? Why did it happen? Why did you help me?
You're a shrewd one, aren't you? Nothing gets past you, does it? He wants details, he says.
The suture
I was
mutters.
disguised as a halfling, yes. Did I have to drag your body to the Crusaders? I did. Did I then have to slip you a weapon? I did. Do you think I'd have managed all that if I'd been gallivanting around Kenabres in my own skin? As to the purpose of the whole performance, don't ask me. I know nothing. My lady don't bother sharing such details with me.
But they are the most important ones. I guess I found out everything I wanted to know.
That's good. That's good indeed. Knowledge leads to progress, eh?
I wonder what the right way to deal with Areelu. I never get tired of riddles. Maybe killing with kindness? Go, and tell Areelu thank you for the gift.
I will. Farewell.
There we can open a rift and get somewhere else. An unsettling light twinkles from the crystal. Lines of mysterious magical patterns spread out around it.
Let's see what we can do.
We can go there. We can still explore a bit. Which we will do, of course, because I don't know if we even can come back here. Come on. I hope we can insert our own crystals here. Yes! Strange device with a slot for crystal awaits your next move. So let's just do it from top to bottom. And let's start with experiment transformation.
Day 28. Cullis drill. 4606. Experiment. Transformation.
It doesn't have wings.
Subject. Areelu Vorlesh. Human female. With a clear affinity for arcane magic. Objective. To fuse a mortal soul with the essence of the abyss. Predicted result. The formation of a full-fledged half-demon on the basis of a mortal being. Potential risks. Unknown.
That's how she transformed herself.
Is extremely likely. I will continue to monitor the experiment for as long as I can.
And as we know, she survived. Experiment the suture.
Day 20, Farast 4606. Experiment the suture. Subject, former Arachne subjected to extreme exposure when passing through the Worldwound. As a result of this exposure, the demon was reborn as a dretch, a unique event in demonology. The reborn demon also acquired serious malformations, which did not respond to standard treatment methods. Objective: to assess the threat to other demons to stabilize passage through the Worldwound. The survival of the subject is also desirable for the purposes of further observation.
Very kind woman. Secret of great sorcery.
Well, well. It seems that someone has been meddling with my projector without permission. Again. How many times
still
have
human.
I told you not to do that, I made this recording for the sole purpose of telling you that when I return, I shall be very, very angry.
But there she sounds the nicest, the most affectionate. Did she have an apprentice or something?